Hello there, welcome to a new tutorial by Saem. Today we'll be solving October-November 2010 paper, which is paper 4. Let's just have a look at the scenario right now. You have been supplied with some files which contain information about the modules and tutors for computer science diploma and students who have applied for the course. The diploma consists of 4 compulsory modules and 1 or 5 optional modules. You will create an efficient data handling system in order to carry out the administrative tasks, including processing applications, producing reports, and mail merging notifications. All documents required should be produced to a professional standard and suit the business context. You will provide evidence of your work, including screenshots at various stages. Use a document name this. You have to create such kind of document in MS Word, and you have to paste the screen dumps or print screens over there to provide evidence of the work that you've done. You will have been provided with the following files: computer science diploma.rtf. These are the files. You always have to examine the files before you start your work. It's really important. Okay, before we actually start importing them into Access, because since we have to do them in a database software, the first thing that I'll do is I will just have a look at the files. The first file that I can see over here is a tutors file. It's a CSV file where I have the tutor's ID, the forename, and the surname. Then I have new students file, again one of the CSV file which has student ID, the title, surname, addresses, gender, date of birth, qualification check, yes or no, approved, yes or no, option modules specified here, and have they been notified, yes or no. Okay, fine. Then we have computer science diploma file. Let's see what this file is. Okay, dear Diva, here is a final version of the computer science department teaching modules for the diploma in this. Okay, here we go. So we have one table over here which includes the module name, the code, description, and the tutor which are teaching this module. Fine. Let's see what the question says. Import the data files into a database application. Ensure that there is no unnecessary duplication of data in the tables. Ensure Boolean fields are formatted as yes, no, or checked. Okay, we'd prefer using them as yes, no. Include in your evidence document screenshot of the field formats and the primary keys. Right. Establish a relationship between the tables to ensure data to be selected from multiple tables. Okay, let's do the first part first. Let's go to Access. We have to import these files, the CSV files, into Access. Blank database, create. Okay, so first of all, let's import the CSV file. I will go to my folder where the files are. Oops, you need to close your files. Just keep that in mind. It's important if you do it, because definitely at times there could be an error because of that. So you really have to be careful. Here you go. Delimited, we know that first, we know that as well. Now we just have to take care of 2-3 things over here. One is yes no has to be used here, and one yes no. So we go to advanced, and we'll make sure that the qualification check is Boolean logical. Approved is yes no. Notified is yes no, Boolean logical. And date, it's DMY since I'm using the same format. Primary key, let's see, yes, fine, it's good, it can be used as a primary key. So finish, close. Let's import the second file now. Tutors. Right, tutor ID can be used as a primary key. Okay, now basically what we have to see over is import the data into database application. So now we have to import the data files. What I can see over here is I have another file which is this one, in which I have a table. this has to be imported into Access. But how do we import this table directly into Access? Right. Now your question will be that why do we really have to import this into Access? Well, I'll tell you why. Because otherwise we just can't create a relationship between these two tables. We can't do it. I don't see any way we can create relationship. So we need to import another table, which is this one, and then we can think about creating relationships between the tables. And probably we have to add another field in order to do that. So first of all, what I'll do is I will simply copy this, and I'll go to Excel, paste this into Excel. Right, I'll save it as Excel workbook, or I can save it into a CSV format. It's up to me what I want to do. What I'll do is I'll save it into Excel workbook, and I will save it on my desktop. Right, close the file. I'll go to Access. I'll import the file placed on my desktop, which contains, see it, probably all files. No, I don't see it. I have to recheck again. Where did I save it? Recheck again. Yes, I do have it. What I'll do is I'll simply paste it in the folder where I'm working. It would be much more convenient if I do that. Text file, browse, refresh. Sorry, you know what I'm doing? I should have imported through Access, not text file, because I saved it in an XLS format, not a CSV format. This is why it was not picking it up. So I'll go to Access, browse, and here we go. Back on desktop. Let's check again what the problem is. So let's import it from an XLS format. Excel, browse. Here we go. Okay. Next, first row contains field names, primary key. We don't really have to use one, but yes, we can use this as primary key. But it's okay even if we don't use one over here, because I don't see that we have a proper finish. Okay, here we go. So we have another table over here, and this table says what? It says the following things. Now what we have to do is we have to create, we have imported the file, we have done this, including evidence screenshots of the field formats and the primary keys used over here. Module code, we can use module code as, we can convert this into a primary key. It would be better if we use module code as a primary key. Right, now we'll think about create relationships. We can create relationship between module code and option module over here. We can have one-to-many relationship between this and this. What about this? We have tutor ID, and we don't have any other table over here through which we can create relationship with the tutors table. So let's see what we can do. This is for the second part I'm talking about, right? Well, as far as let's come back to the first part and finish it. We need to include screenshots of field formats and primary keys. Well, all we have to do is we have to take a print screen, and we need to paste this in a Word document, which is known as the evidence document, where we can specify what this particular table is about. So here we go. We have one, the same way we will use this, and we will paste screen dumps specifying, showing primary key, the field names, and the data type used for every table that we have imported. Right, do this for this table as well. So now I have a evidence document which contains all the 3 screen dumps that gives us a proof of the field name, data type, and any primary key used. It would be much better if you give all these tables a suitable heading over here, a suitable heading describing that what this particular screen dump is all about. Anyway, now let's go to the second part of we have to establish relationships between tables to enable data to be selected from multiple tables. In order to establish suitable relationship, you will need to add index field manually to one or more tables. Now, this is actually what I was just talking about. We cannot create a relationship between tutor and any other table otherwise, because we have to have a tutor ID somewhere else. For example, we can specify a tutor ID field over here. Okay, it's not really a complicated job. All we have to do is we simply add tutor ID, and we can specify the ID over here. For example, we just have to see that Tom Harrison has the following ID, right? Then Ken Bug has the following ID, right? Just need to confirm. And Ken Bug has the following ID here as well, Tom Harrison has it here as well. So I will just try to save my time. Then I have, let's see who's the next one, Saint Jolie over here has the following ID. Now, do you see what I'm trying to do? I just had a look at the different fields, the tables, and all the data that has been provided to me, and I have to decide that which table cannot create a relationship and what field type should I include in order to create a relationship between tables. This is what I have to decide. It's much more easy to do this if you look at the tables. If you search your tables initially, it will help you a lot. So have a look at the tables initially to see what has to be done. Then we have Peter Morgan. Here we go. I think so, we're almost done. I was just supposed to copy this and paste it here as well. We have one left, it's Shirley. Here we go. And here we go. Right, I'm done with this, so I'll save my data. I'll go to database tools, relationships, add all of them, and here we go. Now I can think about creating a relationship. Tutor ID and tutor ID. Will it work? No, it was basically tutor ID and tutor ID. Yes, tutor ID and tutor ID. One to many, excellent. This is what we want. And then what we have over here is between sheet 1, where I have module code, and over here I have option module. So module code and option module, one to many again. So this is one of the screenshot I'll take again to give a proof that I have done this. Here we go. I'll come back down here in my evidence document to give a proof that I have actually. It's much better if you try to zoom in and show only the relationships and no other details, because this is what the examiner is concerned about. So we should be trying to do the same thing. Well, again, like I said, you can give a caption over here telling the examiner that this is a relationship created between the 3 tables. Good. Let's go to the next part of the question. So we've done this part as well. Prepare a report displaying all the students whose qualification has not yet been checked. Okay. Qualification has not been checked. Display only the following fields. So first of all, what we have to do is we have to prepare a report by first making a query. So what I'll do is I'll simply, create it. I'll go to create, query design, I'll add them. I'll add the qualification check. Oops, you know what? It's fine. It's showing it as 0 and -1, but actually no. I'll go back, and the first thing that I'll do is I'll convert this into yes and no. Click on the qualification field, yes, no. Do the same step with the rest of them. It's really important that you do this. Here you go, and I'll save it again. Now I will repeat the same step again. Here you go. I'll add the qualification because I was supposed to get yes, no. I always do that. Always try to run your query every time you add any new criteria field to it. It actually gives you an idea how things are working. Okay, surname, forename has to be added. Right. Actually, the sequence was supposed to be like this: surname, forename, student ID. Right. So I'll add the surname, I'll forename, and the student ID. Sort this data into sending order of surnames. Sending order of surname. Done. And basic point was prepare a report displaying all the students whose qualifications have not yet been checked. So qualification checked? No. Let's, oops, caps is on. No. Run? Yes, not checked. That's what we have. Let's go back and see what do we have. Name the report as unchecked. Insert the text, please request evidence of the qualification claimed by following into the report header. Okay, so I will simply run this. I will create a report. Yes, save the query, and I will save the report as unchecked, and I will give the following heading to the report. Here we go. Right, the size is too big. I have to, because we are not supposed to. I can get rid of the date or something. It doesn't say so, but I can. But fine, it's okay. As long as it does not overlap, it's fine. Ensure your name, center, and candidate number are displayed in the footer of the page. So you know that your name, center number, candidate number are supposed to be where? They're supposed to be in the page footer. So I'll use a label and I'll add Saem, PK, whatever, and 114 whatever. So this is what I have. Right, I have my center number, candidate number, and we have to print this report. So we're done with this part. Let's go to point number 4. Export the report into a word processor application. Now since we have this data, let me just reduce the size once more, and I will, here we go. No, it's fine. Yes. So now what I'll do is, this is actually not required, so we don't need this. This is not required. We don't need this. We just need the data where it is important for us. I can have more distance between these two. Anyway, fine, it's okay. So I'll go to external. I'll go to export Word, open at the same time. Yes. Okay, this is what I have. Right, no problem. I need to convert this because the question says export that into word processing application, convert the data into table with, we have to have visible grid lines. Insert a field with an automated field name in the footer of the document. Ensure your name, automated file name in the footer. Save the document as unchecked. Right, as MS Word document. So first let me get rid of this. So what I have to do over here is I have to convert this into a table. So I'll go in tables and convert text to tables. Right, okay, yes, I'm done with that. Can have a little bit of space over here, or I don't need the time and the date. Actually, I don't need this, so I'll just get rid of it. I just don't need it. I can even click and auto fit to window. Fine, it's okay, but I can reduce it, just place it accordingly so that it oops, or it's fine. I don't think so it's a big problem. It's okay, it's fine. Let's not temper with it, it's going bad. Okay, here we go. We have this, so we need to save it as save it as unchecked. I'll save it. Right. Let's go to the next part of the document, of the paper. Produce letters to the applicants whose qualifications have been checked but have not yet been notified. So let's make another one. I'll close this. Yes, I'll save it. I'll go to create. I'll close this QE1. QE1. Okay, I'll save it as QE1. I'll go to create and I'll get QE design. Add all of them. And now what I have to do is, let's see what the question says. Produce letter to applicants whose qualification has been checked, which means it's yes, right, but have not yet been notified. So notified, only no notified should come. So no. So here, this is what I have. Let's see what else do they say. Okay. You will need to customize the content of the letter according to whether the application has been approved. Use notified RTF as template for the mail merge. This document contains instructions which should be replaced in the fields specified. So first of all, we have to have a look at notified.rtf and then replace the fields that we need over here. Notify, here we go. So I need over here is customer's address as well. Are you getting my point? I have to have a look at this letter and see which fields are required. I need these fields because it does not say in the question right now. But since they have told us that we have to use notified.rtf as a template, it means we have to select the fields from the following letter to mail merge. So first of all, let's add the addresses. Addresses, right. What else do I need? I need the title and the surname as well. Title and the surname as well. Then I need what? Insert meet, do not meet conditional field over here. Okay, now let me see. Meet and do not meet. Do I have anything over here? Okay, we have to see what the question says. Okay, use notify as template for mail merge. Okay, let's have a look again. We need to produce letters to applicants whose qualifications have been checked but have not been notified. Have been checked, yes, but have not been notified. So their qualification has been checked but they have not been notified. Okay, right. Next the question says, including evidence of your selection method in your, we'll do that. We have to show the criteria that we've used over here, so we'll show that. That's not a problem. You will need to customize the content of the letter according to whether the application has been approved. So this means we need to add the approved and we have to run and see. Okay, yes. So we have the qualification over here, yes, the first one, not notified, and approved, no. Then we have some cases in where we have yes as qualification check, not notified, and yes approved. So this is what we need. We can simply save it as notifications. Okay, at the query, can we save it as notifications? Here we go. And then we can use this as database 1 to import it into the main document. So here we go. I'll come back here, mailing, select recipients list. Okay, I'll go into my documents, database 1. Do I have it? Yes, I do. Open, and I need notifications. Yes, that's what I need. So I'll start replacing. Replace this with DMY. Okay, please don't get stuck. So I'll go to time. Where's time? Date time, and here I have DMY, right? Insert customer's address, 1 field per line. Okay, mailing, 1 field per line. Address 1, 2, 3, 4. insert title and surname, the title and the surname, right? I write here to inform you that the qualification has been met or not met. So qualifications have been met or not met. So what we'll do is that if then else, that if the qualification check is equals to yes, met, or not met. Okay, go. Just do they meet or they do not meet? Yes. So what we'll do is yes, we will do. I think just want to confirm. If it's yes, then we say it meets, or linguistically, let's see, I write to inform you to qualifications do not meet. Okay, right. For enroll on this course and your application has been we have to replace it with either approved, oops, not conditional, it has to be like this, if approved, yes, and your application has been approved or not approved, right? Okay, ensure sentence in the footer, and in the footer, so we'll go into footer. You can write center number, candidate number, oops, here we go. What else? Merge the data for new document and print it. So we can have to take a printout of the field codes. First of all, Alt F9 will show you the field codes for the printout. Here you go, right? And then we have to go into milling, finish, edit, all, and we need to print it as well. What went wrong? Anyway, we'll check after something's wrong with the computer or something. Mr. Smith, D should have been small, please do check it out. I do inform you, qualification do not meet the requirements for enrollment on this course and your application has been not approved, approved. Okay, जिन्ना में क्या है? जिन्ना क्या है? Really? Maybe it will work. Maybe you're right. My son, yes. My John is a genius. Don't you want to sleep now? Don't you want to take some rest? Oi! Oi! Vadu? Vadu? Love? Hey, Baba, can Baba solve the paper? Can Baba solve the paper, please? Please?
मुझे कब्रिस्तान जाना होगा। मैं जब कब्रिस्तान पहुंची तो बड़ी ताई ने अपने आदमी को वहां भेजकर मुझे खाली मेरी दोनों टांगें खुली। ये तो मुझे पता था कि बड़ी ताई किस हद तक जा सकती है। उनसे ना तो सौगंध बर्दाश्त होती थी, ना बारिश के आने का होगा।